Time now for our VIP Chautauqua with Cable 8's James Reed. And tonight, James reacquaints us with local theater producer Angelo Giuffre, whose new mission is the restoration and revitalization of a historic Jamestown landmark.
Built as a Masonic temple back in the early 1920s, the building currently known as the Willow Bay Commerce Center is home to what may well be one of Jamestown's best-kept secrets, the Crown Theater.
Originally, the current owners bought the building as an office building, and the theater was just a plus for them, as far as I understand. And I knew that the theater was there, and I kind of kept my eye on it the whole way through. And once I realized, okay, there's an opening for me to come in and try to stake my claim, I did. I went and I made a proposal to the owners and said, hey, I'd love to do something with this theater, and so they hired me, and the rest is history.
Okay.
The Crown Theater has been the Crown Theater for around 10 years. The first 8 years that the Willow Bay Commerce Center owned the building, it was used as a theater, but just very rarely. I mean, it was here for rent, and it didn't market it or anything like that. It was just, if someone sought it out and rented the theater, they could use it, but there was no in-house productions or anything like that.
Okay. So you're the one who just sort of took the ball and ran with it in regards to that.
I realized that there was a theater that was being underused. So I came in and I said, okay, we'll produce, several events a year. We'll seek people to come and rent the theater for productions. And then there's also a ballroom downstairs. And I saw a lot of potential in this ballroom as a place for weddings. Before I got here, it was similar to the Crystal Ballroom or a fire hall. You rent it, and you set up your own tables and chairs, and you clean up and everything after yourself. And what I did was I came in and set it up as an in-house catering facility. It's an all-inclusive package. If someone wants to get married at the Crown Theater or in the Crown Ballroom, they just pick something off the menu, and then they can just show up, and everything else is done for them. It's all-inclusive package, including linens, china, silverware. Everything is set up, everything is cleaned up for you. So it's something that Jamestown kind of was lacking before I got here. From then to now, we have several dozen banquets that we host a year that we cater for. We have at least 5 productions a year that we produce ourselves, and then we rent out to other companies like Yankee Bush Productions. So yeah, it has grown quite a bit in the last 2 years. We've gone from practically nothing to a full schedule. I mean, we find ourselves, searching for a date to produce our own events because we have so many other events going on. Our calendar is full.
Part 2 of our profile of local theater producer Angelo Giuffre and his mission to restore and revitalize an historic Jamestown landmark.
For those regular VIP Chautauqua viewers out there, you'll no doubt recall seeing the Crown Theater's Angelo Giuffre and his lovely wife Ilsa as the stars and producers of big-time productions. Well, good news for fans of their musical variety shows.
Big Time Productions still exist, and we still do other events, just not quite as much. We did just sign up to do another Big Time Productions event. It's an actual fundraiser for Holy Family School. It's going to be on May 8th, and it's Come Fly With Me Around the World, similar to the library fundraisers that we did a few years back. And that's a separate thing from the Crown Theater. What will happen is Big Time Productions will rent the Crown Theater to put on the event.
And those Crown Theater events have so far included such popular shows as Mr. and Mrs. and Life of the Pepperonis.
Then we produced Legendary, which is a live tribute show. In this version of Legendary, we had a tribute to Roy Orbison, Elvis, Rosemary Clooney, Etta James, Liza Minnelli, and Neil Diamond. Oh, and the Blues Brothers. It was a very fun event, very successful. 5 times a year or so, we have an event like that. Our next event that we're producing is Chautauqua's Got Talent. It starts on April 12th, and it'll run for 4 or 5 Mondays. It's like the TV show America's Got Talent, and it's all local talent, everyone who lives in Chautauqua County area, and they'll compete for the grand prize, which is the chance to perform here at the Crown Theater as a professional performer and get paid to do it. And we have quite a bit of talent that's lined up for it, and we'll be announcing that in the next few days. So we have a lot going on. We're always working on the next next production that we're putting on. The kind of stuff that we do in the theater is different from what Little Theater or the Reg or JCC does, in the sense that so far it's all been original stuff. It's variety shows that we write ourselves, but it's something that they haven't seen before. It's not something they can go to a movie store and pick up a video of Oklahoma. It's a brand new show every time. Life at the Pepperonis, for example, it's a play with songs in it that are pre-existing, but the play itself, my wife and I wrote, and we write a new one every year. So it's something original, and we use local talent as much as we possibly can.